What's up guys, this is Steve with the MrBigKid channel. To all you new viewers out there, welcome, and all you existing viewers, welcome back. Today we're going over this guy right here. This is the PSA Dagger Micro C1. So this is the micro dagger, but this guy has a compensator built in right to the slide. I've gone through my testing on this gun. I'm gonna kind of give you guys a report of my thoughts, how I think it feels, but a couple of things I want to talk about are, is it perfect, or are there things that I've got some complaints about? Now, it's a pretty cool gun, but there are some issues that I've found, so stay tuned and let's dive into it. Let's talk about this model and what some of the features are. So this is the Sniper Green Dagger C1, but it's a two-tone. So you have a black polymer frame on the bottom, then on top you have a stainless steel slide with a black stainless barrel that is DLC coated. So the slide is also compatible with the Glock 43, 43X, and 48 frames as well. So if you get a Glock frame and you want to get a Dagger slide, they should be compatible. The Dagger also comes with this. So here's a 15-round magazine that comes with this new Dagger. However, it's kind of like the front half is like a polymer Glock magazine and the back half is a stainless magazine. So you kind of got like a two materials right there. Polymer in the front, stainless in the back. Now, breakdown of this Dagger is the same as all the other Daggers and Glocks out there. So just for the sake of it, I'm not going to show you guys how to break it down because I don't feel like dealing with the YouTube struggle. This is what the inside of the slide looks like. You actually have a stainless steel guide rod, and then you have a captive recoil spring in there as well. This is not my gun. This is not fresh from factory. This actually belongs to Josh with Black Diamond Guns and Gear. He let me borrow it to review it and give you guys my input on it. So I'm not sure what his round count is on it. However, I can say I'm a couple hundred rounds in with mine, and I don't see any crazy wear patterns or anything like that on the slide. You've got metal sights, that's good, and they're just 3-dot sights. So you have white dot up front and then 2 dots in the back, but it is a serrated sight as well. The optic cut right here is a Shield or RMSC optic cut. So the price for this gun online at the PSA website is $359. So let's talk about, is it worth it? What's the value? Is there a value there? Yes, the gun itself seems to perform very well. I haven't had a single issue with performance. No failure to feeds, no failure to ejects, nothing like that. But there is an issue I experienced with the magazines. And just to give you guys some clarity on this video, I haven't watched anybody else's review because I like to discover things for myself. I'll probably go through before I actually edit the video and then watch some other reviews of it too, but for the most part, I'm doing this blind. It's just, I like to experience it myself and see if I find any issues with my experience before we talk about the issue. So right on the slide, you have what's called extreme carry cuts. You'll notice the front's kind of tapered in a little bit right there. The back has a little tapering as well. The corners are all kind of beveled out, so there's no real sharp corners on this gun, and that's called the extreme carry cut. It's supposed to be for concealment reasons. There's no snagging on holsters or anything like that. All right, let's talk about the issue I keep leading you guys on to. Magazine, the gun. If you put too much tension on the bottom of the magazine, so when I reload, so when I do my reloads, I tend to take the magazine and I tilt it forward, right? And that tilted forward magazine, I like to slide in, but the problem is it's catching. So whether it's loaded or unloaded, when you load the gun, it won't go in unless you put some pressure on it to make the top tilt backwards. So unless you have a perfect reload where you're coming in straight up, well, even so, it got jammed up right there. Coming in and you put pressure on the bottom, it slides right in. But if you put pressure on the bottom towards the rear, it gets snagged up. That is pretty much the only complaint I have about this Dagger, this Dagger Micro. It shoots well. I feel like the compensation, I feel like the compensator is effective. Now, one thing to mention, let me take it down again. So the barrel itself is not compensated, it's not ported. It's a lot like the P365 Macro series. You just have a short barrel inside the slide. So the slide is comped, but the barrel is not comped or ported. Now, I think it's still an effective comp. That's why I love my P365 X-Macro so much. It's the same situation. You have a short barrel with a comped slide, and it performs very well. So recoil impulse of this is very comfortable. It shoots 9mm, 15 round mag, so you have good capacity. I'm sure they make extended or magazine extensions for it as well. It's also compatible with the Glock 43X and the Glock 48 magazines as well. So there's your magazines that you can buy. If you guys have been following me for the past couple years, you guys will know ETS is one of my largest channel supporters, and they do have some good products, especially these guys right here. These are the Omega magazines. They're Glock magazines, but you have steel inserts on them as well. So you get the benefit of having that clear magazine body right here so you can see your round count. However, you also have the durability of the steel inserts and feed lips on it too. So these magazines do work great. I fired tons of rounds through them. Check out ETS, Elite Tactical Systems, and thank you all for supporting my mission. Is this Dagger Micro C1 a good value? At 359 bucks, yeah, it's a pretty good value. PSA is known to make tons of cool little dagger accessories. They have all sorts of different slides and frames you can buy for pretty cheap. Now you're getting a great EDC option right here for a great budget. 359 bucks for a 15 round compensated 9mm EDC. Reliability's been just fine, and what I've used it for now, I have a sample size of 1. So I'm not sure if anybody else is having problems with this. Aside from that magazine catching on the magazine release, I'm not having any issues at all. It's a good working gun, and what I mean by that, it's not bougie, it's not fancy, but there are some cool options on it that make this a very competitive option. RMSC shield optic cut, you get a compensated slide, 15 round magazine, so you have good capacity, good reliability, aside from that magazine catching on the magazine release, and you have a lot of compatibility with Glock parts, and that's a huge benefit of the Dagger series in general. They're pretty much cloned after Glock stuff, so there's a lot of accessories that fit Glocks that also fit the Daggers. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, any comments at all, please leave them in the comment section below. Appreciate you all watching, and hope you all have a blessed week.